Some of my viewers and subscribers hear me off away, of course. Well, getting close to that time again. Wrestlemania. You will be seeing 2 videos from me today. They'll uploaded. This won't be uploaded tonight or early today, and then later tonight, either this video will be uploaded or early Sunday. I'll have my WrestleMania 28 predictions, preview, yada yada, and talk about the wrestling match. Because I know I missed a lot, but the wrestling matches are kind of quick and summary for me, what I can see happening. So I'll get that in the next video. But this video, I kind of want to talk about. Yeah, you guessed it. Randy Orton versus Kane. Yeah, but now I guess just because some of you probably are wondering, well, he said in the last video that you really don't like Orton, but yet you wear a shirt. One of the reasons you don't like Orton. I could tell him, but I don't respect the many videos that have been shown of why people hate Orton. A good example is the Off the Rope show, Schlack Daddy, I think it's how you say that. The Schlack Daddy. There we go. He did a great video of top 15 reasons that he hates Randy Orton. I'll put that link in the description below to watch that video. And if you haven't subscribed to the Off the Rope show, they are fantastic, guys. And I really liked that video. But one reason that turned me on, this is his reason. One of his other reasons that he said he really hated Randy Orton, and I agree with this reason. This is a big reason. I just want to go off a little bit for this. I don't know how you can defend Randy Orton on this, because I had the fangirls at the Wrestlemania, at the arena at Western Kentucky University, defend Randy Orton for this, that. Yeah, just going off what Schlack Day said, that in high school, after he got out of high school, he went and joined the Marines, goes AWOL on them, and spends 38 days in jail. And yet they have the balls to say this son of a bitch contributed to the troops. We're all this patriotic bullshit going on. Excuse me, sorry for my cussing. I'm putting that disclaimer below that this video had a little language because, you know, this is a little bit of a rant that I needed to express. But think of it this way. Why was I a little bit, you know, kind of bewildered that these fangirls offended him? I should have said this to those girls. That you were, last time I checked, put your hand over your heart, you were singing the national anthem, you were saluting or praising the troops, thank you for defending my country, yada yada yada. I heard you. But yeah, you defend Orton? You know, I said, hey, at least Daniel Bryan, when you guys were booing him, didn't go AWOL. And you're going, it's no big deal. It is. We were all about the war and saluting our troops. Yeah, I'm saluting my troops. I'm shaking their hands. I'm praising that every day they are fighting for our country, fighting for our freedoms. But I don't respect somebody who goes AWOL and quits the Marines. Because that's not even doing his duty to his country. And yet he started in the Marine 3? Fuck you, Orton. Fuck you for going AWOL. Fuck you for burying Kofi Kingston. And fuck you for burying and getting rid of Mr. Kennedy Arn Anderson. He's not getting shit in TNA now. All thanks to you, Orton. Fuck you. It just amazes me that, you know, so many of those fans can defend somebody like Orton. If you defend somebody like Cena, saying, you know, he does charities and all that, you know, yada yada yada, I can say, okay, fine, you can defend somebody that does charities, though it's just an image maker that makes WWE look good. But you're defending Orton, even though you know he went AWOL. It just makes me bewildered that some of the fans defend him, knowing that. Now, okay, to try some of the stuff, I'll make this quick. I know some fans are going to say, what about MVP? He did some criminal things. I can't remember what he's off the top of my head, unfortunately. MVP isn't in wrestling anymore. And another thing is, he hasn't done any shows, you know, to people that are criminals, yada yada. Or something to that degree. You know, MVP is not longer in WWE, so I don't associate with him anymore as, you know, being somebody to blame for his mistakes. Or, it's just, he's not in WWE anymore, so I don't associate his mistakes that, you know, his criminal acts that got him put in prison, yada yada. And I wasn't the hugest fan of him anyways. Sorry to MVP fans. I mean, I liked him, but I wasn't the hugest fan of him. Stone Cold Steve Austin. What I've heard is that he was a white beater. That's something in the past. You know, I looked toward Austin as a white beater, and I couldn't see him as that. Though he had that harsh attitude. Though I couldn't see him as that. And you know, that's probably something he regrets doing. That is something he can regret doing. And same MVP, he probably regrets those things. Jeff Hardy, drugs, he's trying to get off of. He's trying to be a role model to the kids and to the fans that do respect him. I still respect Jeff Hardy, despite the fact he was on drugs for a while. And more, I don't want to go into him. I lost faith in that. You know, 2 strikes, he's about done as far as I'm concerned. Let me put it to you like this. Yes, what Randy Orton did was in the past. Why does he still get the right to go to Tribute to the Truth show where there's men and women that serve their country, that fight for their duty, and Randy Orton was the one that went AWOL in his duty? Doesn't make any sense. Look, I'm not going to say he's a bad wrestler or anything, but I mean, he's a good wrestler. Sure, he did some things for the business, but it just makes me be worried that people defend him for that. Anyways, now let's talk about the match at hand. Randy Orton versus Kane. Well, you knew this kind of match was coming when you looked at Kane basically losing to Cena. Okay, what can Kane do next? Jobs right to Randy Orton. Yeehaw! The Big Red Machine versus the Viper Randy Orton, or that Apex Predator he's also called. Well, you kind of look at this feud and you just kind of see that it's, I don't know, it could be potentially a decent feud. It is an interesting match going into Wrestlemania. So on one side you have Kane, who needs redemption after losing to Cena in the Elimination Chamber ambulance match. Excuse me. You also look at Randy Orton, who's defending the fact that he is the Apex Predator, he is a Viper, yada yada. So what can that do in the match setting? Well, long term, you want to see this feud maybe continue on. So Kane wins. He's dominant, yada yada. Orton wants redemption and wants revenge, which usually happens around sequel pay-per-views like Elimination Chamber. Well, not Elimination Chamber. Extreme Rules, yada yada. You know, Extreme Rules is like the second pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view after Wrestlemania, so it's like the revenge pay-per-view for people that lost Wrestlemania. So that could be his redemption at Extreme Rules, Randy Orton gets redemption, yada yada. And maybe the same way if Orton wins, Kane can get his redemption. So you can see a feud continue between these two. I'm just hoping the match is good, because Kane's not looking good, and Kane has been their best, one of the best athletes in WWE. I mean, maybe not the best to a lot of people, but he has been the one that's been there for many years, since the 90s, to be precise, and has worked his bones off, worked everything he's got. give to the WWE, and they're giving it all to Orton. It just feels like they're wasting Kane at this point. But hopefully the match is good. Hopefully they continue to feud and become stronger. And close up the summary, all this, and let me close on my rant real fast because I feel like I went off a little bit of a tangent. If you want to be a fan of Orton, I just don't know how you can be a fan of Orton. I mean, if you knew about that, how would you defend somebody that went AWOL on the Marines, on his duty, on his country, on everything? You know, where all this patriotic stuff going on? It just makes me mad that somebody like Randy Orton would do that. But if you want from there, later tonight or early tomorrow morning, I will upload the rest of the pay-per-view matches and my viewpoints on the rest and predictions for Wrestlemania tomorrow. It'll be out early tonight, it'll be later tonight, or early tomorrow. So look for that also. And you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe. Like this video also. And let's say this to you guys again. Peace, love, rock on. Thanks for watching.